so let's go ahead and make the input for this stuff. Bring this up here. Alrighty. Controller input. Alright, so in here, let's do keyboard check press or W or keyboard check, because we're going to make it arrow keys and the letters. Press work up. Then we're going to do p-row minus equals 1. After that, we're going to check to see if we're at the top row or not. So if p-row is less than 1, then p-row equals, in this case we only have 4. Alright, and then let's go ahead and do the same thing for down. Moving down rows. There we go. Go ahead and paste this. Change the W to S. Change vert up to down. Change this to plus equal. Change this to greater than 4. And then change this to 1. There we go. Let's make sure we put that script in here. Yes, we did. Okay, cool. Now let's go back to stats. Now let's go ahead and create another script inside of here. We'll put this in a separate script just in case if we wanted to add more to it or take away from it. We know exactly where to go in order to do so. So script shop, and we'll call this setting value. Or no, let's do this. Stat value. There we go. Go ahead and put that in here. Setting variables to correct value. Script shop. What was it? Stat value? Oops, no. Alright. Let's go ahead and open up the script, and in here we're going to write some code that's going to make all the variables show the correct stuff based on the slot that is selected. So, in order to do that, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to check current slot, or I should say row. Let's do switch. What is it called? P-row. In here we'll call this row 1, case 1, double colon, brackets, and break. Let's go ahead and make row 2. Row 2, case 2. Row 3, case 3. And pretty much this is, all this is doing is saying if p-row equals 1, 2, 3, etc. Row 4, case 4, oops, and break. Alrighty, so inside of here, we need to do this. So we're going to do prem1 equals global dot gun blast stir. prem2 equals global dot gun blast da. prem3 equals global dot gun blast cost. Alright. And let me bring back up my windows and I can see we have the lender the second. So in here for the second slot, let's put lender just like this. Alright, let's come down to slot 3. In slot 3 we have fire. So let's go ahead and do that. Fire. And then in slot 4 we have Rocky. Okay, there we have it. Now we just need to go ahead and put this in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that input is last. I don't know why, I just always like putting the input last. So there, I'll do that. Stat value, that's drawing the values. Yeah, that can be there. Yeah. Okay. So now if we start our game, as you can see, when I press up, I select Rocky. And just to make sure that's actually the correct stuff, we see the strength is 10, defense is 14, the price is 760. So it is showing the correct stuff. Again. Bam. And this is greater than the strength. You know what I just noticed? We're going to draw the player's current parameters in a default color. But before I get to that, let's just go ahead and finish checking. Everything is working accordingly. This is less than, is coming up as red, like we put it. There isn't anything that is equal to, so I'll do that real quick. I'll make this equals 5, so then when we come back to it, we can see that. But first, let's go ahead and change the colors of the player's default values. Let's see, where is that? In stats. Right here. Instead of drawing it that color, let's do black and orange. Black, orange, black, and orange. Yeah, just like that. Let's go ahead and copy this and paste this. And if you notice, it did not take me long to find this or anything. I was able to find out exactly where it is, and I was able to make a quick change to it, just like that. I didn't have to scroll down a whole bunch of codes or nothing like that. That's a very good benefit of using scripts, big time. Okay, there we go. So that looks better. Now, the next thing we're going to do is let's make it to where when you press enter to buy, it checks everything, make sure you can actually buy it, and then it's going to go ahead and process the whole entire buying script. So let's see. Let's go back into button input. Well, first let's do this. Let's create another script, and we'll call this script shop buying. Yeah, this is actually going to be called for inside the button input. So now let's go into here. And player is now buying the selected product. Enter. Oh, wait, that's wrong. Enter. So when you press enter, shop buy, it will call for the buying script. So now let's go ahead and open up the buying script, and this is where we're going to type the whole entire buying process. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this to kind of give us some stuff, right? So the following will check all conditions are met before player can buy the selected product. Alright, we'll do that. We'll do starting buying process. Okay, so in here we need to first check to see what slot the player is actually on, or what row the player is actually on. So let's go ahead and put that into a switch. We have switch here, P row. Give some space. 13 minutes. Okay. This will be row 1. Case 1. And we'll set it up just like we did a few minutes ago. 2. Row 3. Row 4. Okay. Let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that we need to check for... Actually, oops. Pressed the wrong thing. The only thing we need to check for in this case is money. If the player has enough money. Yeah, so really, we didn't really need to set it up like this, not first. We do need this. But we need to put this inside of this. If PRM3 is less than or equal to global dot player money, then this will follow. Else, and we'll use this to show a message saying like you don't have enough money or something like that. That's what that else will be used for. Okay, so now since we have that, let's go ahead and put a comment here. player has no money. Alright, so what needs to happen? If the player actually buys the product, we need to change its current value to whatever the product is that he or she brought. And then we need to subtract the amount of cost from the player's money. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is row 1, so that's blast. But we don't need to do that actually. This is row 1, so all we have to do is global dot player strength equals PR1. And we guessed it. Pretty much we do that same concept for all the other parameters. Money minus equals 3. See the power of being consistent with variables. That's all we have to do. Just copy and paste, and voila, every last thing works. Let's go back into the input script just to make sure we put that in there. Yes, we did. So we press enter. Alright, let's go ahead and test it. I guess we wouldn't be able to see if it actually works unless we draw a few things to actually see if it's actually working. So inside of the draw, let's go ahead and put another code in here. Call this testing only, which means we can delete it once we're done with it, once the game's finished, whenever. You don't have to worry about it at all. Let's do draw text, and we have to use color because we have a black background. We don't need all of that. Let's just do 700 by 350. Excuse me. We'll do string global dot player strength. Let's do C-light, 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 C-light. Alright, let's go ahead and put the defense in here. Knock this down, 5, 6, 7, 8, 30. Let's go ahead and put money in here. Knock this down to 410. And there we go. So now we'll be able to see if the whole entire buying process is actually happening correctly. For some reason, we are not seeing it. And I think I know why. We drew it white. It's on the white box. Here it is. Okay, let's go back and change the location to starting at 15 for Y. So we have 15, we have 30. Oh, that's gonna be too close. So let's just do 47. And let's do 77. And make sure that it's not by the box. Okay, it's not. Cool. So let's go ahead and do 87 right here. Alright, let's close the game. Let's open it up and see what we have. There we go. Sweet. So now we can see what actually happens when we press enter. We have this working correctly. If I keep pressing down, it loops. If I keep pressing up, it loops as well. Let's go on the lender. Let's press enter. And as you can see, everything changed accordingly. Let's make sure this is going to change correctly. It should be 33, 9, and whatever will be left of 750, taken away from 1270. 572. There we go. And we cannot buy it. So now let's see what happens if we go to something we cannot afford, like this. Nothing should happen. Sweet, there you have it. Okay, let me see, what else do we have here? We have the description box and making the letters actually scroll. Okay, so in the next video we'll go ahead and work on putting a description down here with scrolling text. So stay tuned and you'll see that coming up very shortly. Alrighty, so there you have it. Like the video if you like it. If you have any ideas or maybe any questions about how to do particular things within GameMaker Studio, just leave it in the comments below, and if I have any kind of time, I'll actually make a video on that topic as well. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and remember, be real, be true, be yourself.